ago. A 1-yard touchdown run by Eberhard. The extra point was good, and that is where we stand, 14-14 at the half. And you know, I got to think that a lot of people thought that Perry was the favorite in this one, but again, you're talking about a rivalry game, and you're talking about a Central Catholic team that has hung in there and played very well.
Yes, they have. Lots of effort on both sides. A couple of dinged players, but it looks like they've come back into the game. We'll have to see how Curtis runs in the second half. You know, that last drive that was so impressive by Central Catholic to tie it up with just a few seconds to go in the half. Remember how it was set up, a great kick return. So special teams showing how important it is. Of course, the great kicker sitting on that Perry sideline. If we have a tight one at the end, he might have a chance to win it.
There is Perry coach Keith Wakefield on the field watching his team loosen up before the start of the second half. Jeff Lindesmith the same for his Crusaders ball club as we are in the final 20 seconds or so of the warm-up period. Don't forget, our AltCare TV Game of the Week in week number 3 will be at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, and we'll get our first look at the McKinley Bulldogs in 2018 as the Bulldogs will take on Woodson, D.C. out of our nation's capital. Dylan Johnson, the quarterback of the Crusaders, in your living room warming up here in the second half.
I bet growing up he threw the ball in the living room quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Probably got yelled at. But.
There are his numbers.
Yeah, and he's had a couple that were on the money that got dropped, you know, or almost caught kind of things. And he's thrown the ball well, I think, shown some poise. Perry has done a nice job of not letting him hurt them with his legs. He is very quick, very fast, and they've pretty much pinned him in. But he has moved in the pocket enough to get open and throw it.
Well, you look at his numbers, 5 out of 10 for 43. In the whole game last week against Bellevue, he went 9 of 12 for 42.
Yeah.
So he's already surpassed in the first half what he did all of last week.
And I saw that too, and that's 8.5 yards per catch, which isn't a whole lot, and it's about the same tonight. So, you know, all you got to do is hit one of those long ones, and that percentage goes way up, and they were pretty close on a couple.
So it'll be the start of the second half here tonight. Perry will get the ball because they deferred. They won the toss, but deferred, so they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter of play.
And you can bet Keith Wakefield challenged them in the locker room, knowing they were going to get the ball to come out and pound a drive down the field in with a touchdown to try to make a statement of how they're going to play this second half. And of course, I'm sure Central's talked about it. Hey, 3 and out, and momentum shifts to our side.
Before this second half kickoff, let's quickly check in with Frank Salona. Frank?
All right, guys. Hey, I talked with Coach Lindesmith on the way out of the locker room. He said everything was really good in the locker room, good discussion about the first half. The one thing that concerns him a little bit is that they got knocked off the ball a little bit, a little beat up there in the trenches, if you will. But that's one of the things that they said they need to work on, and he feels like they'll be okay here in the second half. One injury update, Cortland Armour-Smith came out of the locker room with no jersey on. He was holding his back. He's been having some back spasms. He's probably going to sit out the second half.
Well, that's a tough loss.
Yes, it is.
All right, thanks, Frank.
One that returned it for a touchdown.
That's right. And that report brought to you by SARTA as we start the second half, and a good return for the Panthers on the return out to the 40-yard line. That is number 15 for the Panthers, Dominic Venice, a 5'8" sophomore.
Tyler Neal and Joe Boron on the stop here, but a nice blocking up inside gives him that crease right there. He pops through, and now the secondary guys have to make the hit.
Running back Jaron Curtis for the Panthers had a huge first half.
He sure did. 95 yards on only 8 carries. Had a couple of real long ones. Got in the end zone twice.
First down and 10 at the 39-yard line for the Panthers. We start the second half, and on the carry, Leitner going to work that left side. And Leitner is stood up by the linebacker Gunnar Eberhardt. Had some help. Leitner picks up about 4 on first down.
Well, that's a good job by Central. If they can keep them to 2.5, 3 yards on that kind of a play. They are keying up the middle. Other than a couple of long ones that Curtis has broken, they've given him a tough time up inside, but it's those in jet sweeps that have given him some trouble.
Well, we'll give him 3 yards. Second down and 7 at the 43. Just underway in the second half here at Perry, our AltCare TV Game of the Week. And to give us to Curtis. Curtis cuts in. Curtis breaks a tackle and is brought down at the 48-yard line. That is a pickup of 5, and it will bring up 3rd down and 2 at the Perry 48.
Well, man in motion. Now you give it to Curtis, and he bounces this outside, but that's a cornerback, number 15, Beck. He was starting to cheat in there before the ball was even snapped. So they're starting to play that high percentage run game a little bit by cheating. If the Perry coaches in the press box see that, maybe a deep pass off play action.
Linebacker Mark Long, number 44 on your screen with the tackle. 3rd down and 2 at the 48. Scurry under quarterback, and he's going to give it to Coleman. Or Leitner. Leitner has running room all the way down the sideline, and he'll take it in for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play, however.
Boy, was that pretty to watch him skirt down that sideline. That's speed there.
But it's going to come back. A flag right near midfield. A holding penalty will bring it back.
Right where on an in sweep you'd expect it to be, right on the corner where they were trying to hold people up to allow him to cut up field. Here we're going to see it. Flag went down back there somewhere.
Yeah.
But boy, what speed down the sideline.
You could see the linebacker Eberhardt throw his arms up, which defensive players will do to try to get attention to a hold. And apparently that time it worked.
Well, touchdown for each team called back because of penalty.
Yeah. That puts the ball back now at the 41, and now a 3rd and 9 for the Panthers.
Chance for the Crusaders to get a stop and get the ball.
Curtis the lone back. And they're going to hand it off. That is Coleman. Coleman carries out near midfield. A flag comes in late again in the area where normally you'd see holding.
Yeah,
there it is again.
He moved it up to the spot, and that's why he moved the flag, because it's a spot foul. So he wanted the flag to be laying where the hold occurred. That's where they're going to take the 10 yards back from that flag. Well, Perry really hurting their cause right here. A little different look than we've seen.
See it right there.
He's big time wrestling. Takedown.
Right at the point of attack.
Yeah.
And that makes it easy on the official.
Yes, it
when
does.
You're right out there in plain view. So back-to-back holding penalties, and the ball marked now at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 21. Curtis on the carry, running room and more. Curtis out to near the 49-yard line, maybe closer to the 48, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it right here.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
I mean, they just picked up 17, right? All they need is 2 more.
Yeah, it's going to be more like 4th and a yard and a half.
Where they just hit it quick and go.
Well, unfortunately for the Crusaders, linebacker Mark Long is going to have to come out for a play. He had a helmet issue.
Yeah, had it knocked off.
That's
yeah, they need him.
So it's 4th down and a long yard, and now an official stoppage.
Now the sideline marker says 2nd down. I think that's what they're fixing.
Yep. Again, 4th down, a little more than a yard. Ball just shy of the 49. Perry giving all indication they're going to go for it here. That's Coleman in motion. Give to Curtis. Curtis has got the 1st down. Curtis steps out of a couple of tackles and fights for yardage down near the 40-yard line of Central Catholic. Wow.
Well, he's tough to stop anywhere, especially with a head of steam for a yard and a half. Going to see it here. Nothing fancy. Hey, on 3rd and 21, they handed it off. Who expects him to do anything different than get it to the big guy?
We have an official timeout.
Well, good job by Perry overcoming some difficulty there. A couple of holding penalties. Now they're inside their 50. Drive continues.
Yeah,
Long back into the game there with his helmet on.
Linebacker Joe Roth is the injured Crusader. They want him to come off. As you mentioned, Mark Long back in the game. That is good for Central. So here we go. 1st down and 10.
Here you can see Curtis 130 yards on only 11 carries.
At the 40-yard line.
He's not done yet.
Leitner in motion, Scurry going to roll, going to throw. It's in and out of the hands of the receiver, but hanging on was Leitner. And it's going to be counted as a catch.
Yeah, he caught it, dropped it, caught it, dropped it, caught it again. But you only get one reception on that, no matter how many times you catch it. Good throw into the flat. He turned upfield. The tackle may have helped him catch it, kind of pinned it in there.
Turns out. So that puts Perry now at the Central 34.
Is that their second pass, Bob? They're 1 for 2.
Second down and 4. And they give to Coleman. Coleman down near the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
Mark Long on the tackle, did a good job fighting off the block of an offensive lineman and make the tackle. He made a lot of tackles in his career at Central Catholic.
Going to be enough for a first down, Mark.
There you see, pulling guard, fight through, and there's the ball carrier.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Perry with a new set of downs. They had one long touchdown run called back earlier in this drive. Now they're marching again at the 30. 7.5 running clock remaining in the third quarter. Give to Curtis. Curtis, couple of tough yards. Close to the 28. That's a gain of 2. Second down and 8 coming up. And Curtis continues to add up the numbers.
Yeah, he's having a night. Maybe some of the fans have noticed there's a couple of the guys in Perry's huddle there that are wearing the protective coverings over their hard shell helmet.
Right.
It was made legal by the OHSA a couple years ago. Great move. The kid chooses to wear it, so be it. That's awesome.
28-yard line for the Panthers. And the give is to Coleman. Coleman got away from a potential tackler, but basically no gain as he gets back to the 28.
Gunnar Eberhard, number 14 right there. Got penetration, chased him down, didn't give up. There you see him fighting through.
Yeah, nice job.
He's a great play.
He shot through there.
Well, 3rd and long.
Yeah, third down and 8.
Chance for Central here.
Ball at the 28. Give to Curtis. Curtis straight ahead, and Curtis takes it down to the 25, maybe the 24. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, there's the big guy off the left side, and that's a good job. You saw number 50 or number 60. We've called his name several times tonight, Cameron Johnson.
Looked like Max Bruckner, number 63, was in on that too.
Somebody had him by the legs there. That's what you got to do with that guy. One guy tough to bring down, but we're going to let the kicker do his thing.
How about this? Cade Basham. This will be a 42-yarder. Oh my. Plenty of distance, but no good. He pulled it to the left.
Distance wasn't a problem.
Timeout on the field on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Our score remains Central 14, Perry 14. Back after this timeout.
Welcome to our newly renovated downtown office of Friends and Family Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Nick Langenfeld, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. We provide financial needs in the most reasonable and cost-effective way. Stop in one of our 3 full-service locations today and become a friend of the family.
With AltCare, you have more than just a health plan. You have a team of people whose purpose is to be your advocate. During all stages of life, AltCare will be there to ensure you receive the best health care. AltCare's dedicated staff puts your needs first, making sure you and your family receive quality health care services. AltCare, where you matter. Learn more at altcare.com.
Back at Perry Stadium, 14-14 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard after a missed field goal by the Panthers. Central Catholic has it 1st and 10 on their own 20. And Miller carries out close to the 24, maybe the 25. Don't forget, coming up in our wrap-up report at the end of tonight's ball game, our friends at the Altman Health Foundation bring you the Player of the Game. The Altman Health Foundation Player of the Game coming up in our wrap-up report following tonight's ball game. We've got quite a few candidates, Mark.
Yes, we do.
Don't we?
Yeah, a lot of guys having nice ball games.
4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Central with the football for the first time in the second half. Johnson with a quick toss. Catch is made down the sideline. Good wheels, and all the way down into Perry territory on the reception is number 21, Tyler Neal.
Tyler Neal showed some acceleration there.
Sure did.
Again, just taking the quick, stop pattern, hook pattern, whatever you want to call it. And he makes a miss. That's what you're counting on. Get a one-on-one, let the receiver make a miss, and it turns into a big play.
Tackle made by Hayden Vinnis for Perry, but not before the Crusaders get a big gainer down to the Perry 47. This is Miller straight ahead. Miller with a collision in that secondary, and he picked up a couple more yards all the way to the 40. Wow.
Some DB just got rejected. A little pinball action going on out there as Miller runs really hard.
Yeah. We'll see it here. Oh. Helmet to helmet.
Tough run. And a good play on first down for Central.
2nd down and 3 at the Perry 40. Johnson keeps it, but maybe that time not a good decision, as he'll lose close to 2 back near the 42.
Well, Perry hasn't done it a lot tonight, but when they've brought extra people, it really has allowed them to get penetration into the backfield. That play was blown up from the very beginning.
Chase Miller tonight, Mark.
52 yards. He's run hard. Hadn't been easy. None of those yards have been easy tonight.
Ball marked just shy of the Perry 42-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for the Crusaders, hoping to keep this drive alive. Johnson tosses left side, caught. That's Roth, and he's going to have the first down at the Perry 33-yard line. They move the sticks. They keep the football. Nice throw. We saw that in the first half, didn't we?
Yes, we have. Stalnaker caught a couple then, too. Just get the ball, flip it out there. Guy on the other side was able to make a miss for a big play, but this is a good, solid play, first down catch.
I believe I credited Roth with that catch, but it was Alex Stalnaker, number 34.
He's had a few catches tonight.
1st and 10. That is Cienciola. Or excuse me. On the carry, yeah. Vinny DeRuza on the carry. Couple yards.
Used to seeing Chase Miller come out of that position in the backfield, but DeRuza was in there to take the carry.
I think they're going to give giving Miller a rest here.
Yep.
Maybe for
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, maybe.
Tired ball carriers fumble, so give him a blow, get him back in there. There's Stalnaker, 4 catches now. He's having a nice night.
2nd down and 7. Miller back in. Johnson fakes. Going to go for all. Has Stalnaker out there.
He caught it.
He caught it for a touchdown. What a grab.
Well, Coach Linda Smith, he was throwing those hitches with a play in mind, and that was the play. And that is the hitch and go. You get him to come up and tackle you a couple of times, then you run the hitch. Dylan Johnson did a great job of pump faking and throwing it over the top for the big hitter.
We're going to nominate this for our Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game. Look at the end of this play.
Yeah, that's the best part of this play.
One-handed.
The play call was awesome, but now you got to execute it, and Stalnaker brings it in with one hand.
You won't see a better catch in high school.
No, that was a great one.
Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game. That's another nominee. Extra point attempt for Kling. It is up, and it is good. Crusaders 21, Perry 14. 1:49 to go in the third quarter on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Back in just a moment.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now. You can't tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
Back at Perry, our AltCare TV game of the week. The Central Catholic Crusaders have taken the lead once again with 1:49 to go in the third quarter. Mark Miller to recap that that Central scoring drive.
7 plays, 80-yard drive. It took them 3 minutes and 15 seconds. The last play was a touchdown pass, 30 yards from Johnson to Stolnaker. Extra point was good. That puts them up 7, and what a beautiful play it was.
Well, we need to keep an eye on Gunnar Eberhard. He was on the kick team. He came off. They're working a cramp situation on the Central sideline. So
it is hot and humid tonight.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. On the return, a nice return out across the 30-yard line for the Panthers, and making a nice running grab. That was number 15, Dominic Vinnis. He made a kind of a gutsy running catch there, didn't he?
He didn't want the ball to hit the ground, so he caught it on the dead run low. That means he was in front of his blockers, but at least he got it out over the 30, and now we got a player, maybe another cramp or something.
Yeah, we have a player down.
Yep, working on that left thigh. Looks like a cramp.
1:45 to go here in the third quarter.
Hey, an interesting story, Dave, we came across this week is a former Central player, Simon Smith. He graduated in 2015. He was just named to the U.S. Air Force Honor Guard at Arlington National Cemetery. It's really an elite group, and that is quite an honor. And he goes in at the same time as a guy he played against in high school football from Northwest, Michael, get this right, Zervas.
Okay.
So Simon Smith and Michael Zervas serving our country at a very high level. Congratulations to both those guys. A little twist with athletics because they were both former football players.
I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. First down for Perry at their own 31-yard line. And the give to the wingback. Running room out to the 40-yard line on the carry, number 24, Josh Lemon, the 5'8" sophomore. But we have another holding penalty coming up against the Panthers.
Yeah, it's way back behind the play. You know, one of the linemen had a defensive lineman on the ground and apparently wouldn't let him up to go pursue, and that's hold.
Well, Josh Lemon, is that his first carry tonight, Bob? Okay, Josh had a big game last week. He scored 2 touchdowns, one from 2 yards, one from 72 yards, 5 carries on the night for 86, and that's his first carry here tonight.
Well, the Perry coach has got to be really frustrated with the holding penalties. It just really made getting a drive going difficult.
First down and 20 now after the holding penalty. We'll check in with our Frank Salona after this play. Ball is at the 21-yard line. And the handoff. And Curtis on the carry. Nope, that was Lemon again on the carry, and 2 more flags on the play. Let's check in with our Frank Salona down on that sideline. Frank?
All right, guys. Well, I told you about Corlin Armour-Smith, that he probably wasn't going to be back in this ball game. Well, as that last touchdown score was happening, the managers brought out his helmet, his jersey, and his shoulder pads, and he is loosening back up, and he's going to go back in the ball game.
All right, yeah, we can see him over your right shoulder there. Thanks for that update. And I'm sure Central will welcome him back on the field.
Yeah, that's good news for them. Yeah. Hey, now I just want to let you guys know, I didn't say a word tonight about penalties. Okay?
You just did.
Well, yeah, but there have already been a bunch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, if you're just joining us, last week we were about, what, midway through the third quarter?
Yeah.
Something like that. And Mark said, boy, we haven't had hardly any penalties. And then we had a long string of
the laundry
yellow
came out
hankies.
after that.
Yeah, boy. 20 penalties. That's accepted penalties last week in that game. This is Curtis on the carry. Good yardage. And Curtis takes it all the way down into Crusaders territory, down to the 48-yard line. That's a first down. And Perry overcomes those penalties.
Yeah, and you know, they keep giving it off to a guy that you expect to get a few, and he gets a bunch. Look at this up inside. Boy, those guys working. He hadn't been touched yet. Now he's been touched. That's pretty good blocking.
Jaron Curtis, a 5'9", 210-pound senior. All Ohio last year for these Perry Panthers.
Mark Long working hard out there, making a lot of tackles. Look at that, 147 yards for the big guy.
48-yard line. And the give is to Leitner, and Leitner takes it down to near the 45. That's a pickup of 3 on first down. That was Lemon, I'm sorry. Lemon on the carry.
Looks like maybe they're waiting for the second half to use Lemon.
Well, there you go. That's going to mark the end of the third quarter of play. Timeout on the field. Central Catholic and their cheerleaders are happy. At this point, they lead it 21-14 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
How's your home? Safeguard knows, and you can too. Wherever you are, day or night, whatever you're doing, Safeguard Home Security is professionally monitoring your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can check on your home from anywhere at any time on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. The Safeguard app makes it easy to put your mind at ease. Safeguard Security from MCTV. Your home is just fine.
Y'all know it's football season. Around these parts, football season is barbecue season. If you want to score big on game day, make slow-smoked Old Carolina Barbecue your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina. Or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party. Featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
Back here at Perry on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard, Central Catholic leading the Panthers 21-14. Glad you're with us on the Alt Care TV game of the week. Dave Sheets, Mark Miller, sideline reporter Frank Salona, statistician Bob Jeffries here as we start the fourth quarter. Second down and 7 on the carry. That is Coleman. Richard Coleman with the carry for the Panthers down near the 32. That's another first down, and here come the Panthers right back.
Yes, they are starting the fourth quarter off with what they do best. Get it up inside. Joe Roth with a one-on-one tackle.
Panthers down by 7 as we start this fourth quarter. At the 32-yard line. Curtis again. Curtis breaks a tackle. Curtis inside the 30, and we're going to have another holding penalty against the Panthers. And this has become an epidemic.
Yes, it has. You think it's bothering us? How about Keith Wakefield on the other sideline?
And we've got a Panther lineman who's walking pretty gingerly up there.
Well, Perry has been able to overcome a lot of them. They've had some long yardage situations. They just keep handing it off and get it up in there for a first down, but they've also been stopped by penalties a couple of times. And in a game that you're down by 7 points, you do not need more adversity to overcome.
No. Making it difficult on themselves for sure. Back at the 42 now. First down and 20.
Look at that, 8 for 73. Most of them holding against Perry.
And the give is to Coleman. Coleman going to be tackled there by Mark Long, who's had a busy night for the Crusaders on defense.
And you knew he was going to, because of all the times he was going to have the ball handed off in front of him. Now there's a Central guy down too.
Yeah, we've got a Central Catholic player down.
There's Long. There's another player underneath, and I think he might be the one that's down, kind of got bent back over. We hope he's okay.
Yep. Yep, he's down inside the 40-yard line. 11:08 to go in the ball game.
Hey, you know what? You talked about the week 1 opponent of Perry being, what was it, Royal Imperial?
Yes.
Next week they play West Toronto Prep. Another Canadian team, I'm assuming.
Right. You know, I was looking. I think the first 5 or 6 games of the season for Perry, they're home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have 7 home games total this season.
Oh.
But I think the first 5 or 6 even are at home.
Well, you get those Canadian teams, you tell them, come on down here. We don't want to travel.
Come on down. That's right. Hey, don't forget, coming up on Saturday, 1480 WHBC Sports brings you Ohio State football. Finally, the offseason is behind us. It's time to get on the field. The Buckeyes tango with Oregon State. Pregame begins at 10:30 on 1480 WHBC. The kickoff at noon from the Horseshoe in Columbus. The Buckeyes and Oregon State on Saturday.
Well, nobody happier about that than the players. They just want to play.
Right.
They've had to endure a whole bunch of other non-football related stuff. They just want to play football.
That's Nick Cienciola, who is the injured Crusader. He's trying to get loose on the sideline.
That's second leg injury of the night for him.
I'm glad he
shook
is
the
up,
first
though.
one off. Yeah.
That he's up and able to come over to the sideline. 2nd and 16 now. Scurry looking, dumps it off. Caught. That's Leitner. Leitner makes a nifty move, and Leitner takes it on down inside the 30-yard line. Nice gain. Nice play.
Little rollout pass. You put the back into the flat. Nice, safe, and secure. Get it to a running back in open field, and he can make things like this happen. A miss, another miss.
Mm-hmm. Now a 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Ball is at the 27 of Central.
Central fans getting excited. They want to stop on this one, but they're going to have to stop on 2 of them.
Curtis is the lone back. And the give is going to be to Coleman. Coleman with running room. Coleman with a first down, and he'll take it down near the 18-yard line, and the drive is alive. And now the Perry Panthers are in the red zone.
Mark Long back into the ball game. Look at this speed. Look at the cut right there. Up inside. Man, they have a lot of tools on that Perry offense.
Coleman, a 6'2", 200-pound senior. And how about this? Cienciola back in the ball game for the
Good for
Central
him.
defense. Yep. First down and 10. Ball at the Central 19. Here's Curtis. Cuts it back. Tries to get outside. Breaks a tackle and then dragged down. Nice open field hit at about the 14-yard line. How about DeRussa?
Yeah, open field tackle. Nice job. See a lot of guys getting up a little gimpy, and I don't know if they're all starting to cramp or if the heat's taking the toll. Very humid out there tonight. Right here's the tackle Dave was talking about. Look at that.
Yep.
Grab the big guy and take him down.
Yeah, yeah, and he's fighting the cramps too. You could see him stretch that leg right as he was trying to get up. 2nd down and 5.
Boy, they've taken some time off the clock with this drive.
You're not kidding. Curtis again. Curtis straight ahead, and he'll take it down near the 12-yard line. 8.5 minutes to go in the game.
Number 22, Jared Curtis with the carry, tackle by number 77.
You're going to get a look at it again. The lineman doing a good job, but right there, big 77, who is not on our roster.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Brandon Roach.
Yep.
Nice tackle.
Ball at the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 3 now. As we come up on 8 minutes to go. Some ball game. Wow. A war of attrition for sure. The Battle of 13th Street. On the carry. That is Leitner. Leitner takes it into the end zone. A touchdown. And we are an extra point away from another tie ball game.
Well, that was a great drive by Perry. Overcame a lot of adversity.
Better believe it.
Put it in the end zone, which looks like it might tie this thing up.
That is a 12-yard run. The touchdown for Leitner.
There you go.
It's coming at you.
Yes, he is. Now, right here, they think he has him stopped, but his offensive people help him out. You know, that used to be illegal. That was aiding and abetting a runner. Now you're allowed to push him. Not allowed to pull him, but you're allowed to push him.
Basham with the extra point attempt coming up. Just under 8 minutes left in this one, and we're an extra point away from another tie game.
Well, partner, looks like we got another one that's coming down to the end.
How about this, huh? Extra point kick is up. It is good. 7:57 to go in the game. It's now Perry 21, Central Catholic 21. And don't go anywhere.
No, no. Now Central's saying, okay, at the end of the first half, we had a long drive. Took up a lot of time, and we put it in the end zone. That's what they're looking for now, although 8 minutes is a long, long time. But let's take a look at that drive. 9 plays, 69 yards. It took them 5 minutes and 52 seconds. 12-yard touchdown run by Leitner. Extra point good. That ties it up at 21 all with 7:57 left.
1480 WHBC reminds you the best way to start your work or school day is with Canton's Morning News. Pam Cook has the news, weather, sports, up-to-the-minute traffic reports, entertainment, interviews, and so much more. It's the best way to start your morning. 5:30 a.m. on 1480 WHBC and on WIVM digital cable 989 from 6 to 8 a.m. The Panthers are ready to kick off. It'll be Basham. Boy, he starts deep on his approach, doesn't he?
He gets ahead of steam.
A high kick, but this time relatively short. Taken inside the 15 to the 20 and to the 21-yard line.
They had that return right set up again. They were trying to get to this near sideline, but never got there. Penetration by Perry was too good on the kick coverage.
On that return a moment ago, Joe Boron, a 5'8" junior.
There's Dylan Johnson's numbers, 8 of 13, 111. I don't think it's going to end that way. I bet he's going to have a few more opportunities here. He's going to have to make a couple plays, give his team a chance to get down in and score.
Ball at the 22 now. 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders. Miller joins Johnson. And Miller is going to be stood up and dropped.
Yeah, maybe even a loss. Well, good 1st down play for Perry's defensive front. They got a real good push that time. They owned the line of scrimmage on that play.
And he'll lose a yard on that carry. 2nd and 11 coming up now. 7.5 minutes to go in the game.
Tackled by Vinny Scurry, I heard the public address guy say. 6'5", 260 junior. They better start recruiting that big boy.
Johnson back, has all kinds of time, puts the ball in the air down the sideline, and incomplete. Pass intended for Stallnaker, and a nice play defensively. Looked like Vontae Armstrong back there, the sophomore, number 7.
Well, I like the idea of trying to get a big one. You never know when you're going to sneak behind them and get a big play, but an incompletion means 3rd and 11.
Yep.
So now you're back against your own goal line. Not quite yet, but in your own end anyway.
Yeah.
3rd and 11. Got to be careful.
Ball is at the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 11. Johnson back, looks left, he'll throw. Pass intended for Stallnaker. The Central fans down in front of us wanted interference. The pass was high. That'll bring up 4th down and 11.
Trying to hit a quick post, just enough for a first down and maybe a catch and run opportunity, but as you called it, it was a little high.
A little contact here though, Mark.
No, you couldn't see it there.
No.
Maybe just before that they thought there was a little bumping going on, but once the ball got there, they had separated.
On to punt now is Kyle Levengood. I think this is just his 2nd punt of the night.
Yeah. Perry looks to get good field position again. Chase Miller running out onto the field. They need him to be one of those inside setbacks.
Vontae Armstrong for Perry, the lone deep back at midfield. So Perry is going to get some good field position, likely. Never know. Levengood kicks it away. A high kick. And it hits, and now the ball is loose and downed. There's a flag that comes in. Let's let the officials straighten that out.
Yeah, I think they're going to call Central for impeding the opportunity to catch the punt. I think he had signaled fair catch, and they bumped into him a little bit. Of course, you know, that's a hard thing. I have never covered punts in my life, never wanted to. But, you know, you're running down the field, and you can't see the ball.
Yep.
It's above you and behind you sometimes, and you're just reading the returner.
Let's get this straightened out. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with that Perry first down after this message.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now. You can't tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
Embarrassed to smile at family events? Unable to enjoy your favorite foods because of loose dentures? Haven't been to the dentist in a while because of fear? Get healthy at the Amison Dental Group at 3684 Dressler Road Northwest. Let us get you the smile you deserve. Call us at 330-452-2255. Mention WHBC when you call and receive a free take-home whitening kit, a $250 value. Amison Dental Group, where everyone deserves to smile.
For nearly 20 years, thousands of people have relied on SARTA for safe, affordable, reliable transportation.
People like Misty Williams, who's riding SARTA to a brighter future. Misty's a full-time student and mom who uses our fixed routes to get to school, pick up her son at daycare, and return home at the end of a very busy day.
School, shopping, Cleveland, Akron, the airport, for work or for play. People you know count on SARTA to meet their transportation needs. And we deliver.
SARTA, where can we take you today?
Back at Perry Stadium, and the officials are marking off some serious yardage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too,
Wow.
Dave. And I think that's what the conversation is with the Central coaches on their sideline is, okay, it was a penalty, but how do they get 25 yards out of that penalty? And it most likely may have been marked from where the ball was dead because it really kicked forward for Perry.
Wow, all the way down to the 25-yard line. And the give is to Coleman. Coleman with running room and more as he continues to fight for yardage. And he'll take it down close to the 15.
We talk about Curtis running hard. Coleman runs just as hard. Man, he jams it up in there.
And Leitner is no slouch.
No, that's right. They run hard. Of course, I don't think you get handed the ball for Keith Wakefield unless you run hard. That's an impressive play. Lineman still working right to the whistle.
That is a 9-yard pickup. Second down and